Hey, what's up, guys? Austin Bertram here. Welcome into another episode of Study the Greats on Drumeo. So, when you look back at the history of drummers who have had really illustrious careers playing with big name artists, does it really get much bigger than being the drummer for Michael Jackson? Because I can't really think of anything much bigger than that. But that was the longtime gig for the drummer we're going to be studying today, Mr. Jonathan Sugarfoot Moffett. Jonathan Moffett, also known as Sugarfoot, is most known for being the longtime drummer for Michael Jackson, but he has also performed with other big names such as Madonna, George Michael, Elton John, Stevie Wonder, and many more. His playing style is characterized by precise, funky grooves combined with impressive showmanship, and today we're going to be breaking down 3 grooves from his performances during his visit to Drumeo. So let's begin with the song Wanna Be Startin' Something. One thing I learned when I was trying to figure out these grooves was that they're definitely not as easy as they may seem at first. Even though they're pretty straight ahead 4/4 pop grooves, he has a unique way of playing them that is tough to recreate, especially at the speeds that he plays them. So if we take a look at this first groove, you can see that it's based around alternating hand-to-hand 16th notes on the hi-hats, which means that the right hand is going to come down to make the backbeats happen on 2 and 4. He adds in a couple little hi-hat openings on beat 2 and the of 3. And one of the things he does that's pretty tricky is he plays a double left going into beat 2 to create that hi-hat opening with the backbeat, which is something you don't see very often, but it totally works for this groove. The bass drum pattern is really busy. It's tough to lock in with the hands, especially at full speed, but I'll give it a shot. I'll try to demonstrate this for you slow so you can see how it all works, and then I'll try to bring it up to speed. You can see there's a lot of stuff going on there, so it's definitely not an easy groove to play by any means. And the fact that he has to play that groove for that entire song is really impressive in terms of endurance and concentration, right? So give that one a shot when you get a chance, see how you get along with it. But let's go ahead and move on to the next example, and that is the groove to the song Smooth Criminal. This is a pretty interesting groove because it has kind of a choppy vibe to it because that's what the song calls for. So if we take a look at the notation here, you can see that it actually starts on the upbeat 8th note of beat 1, which can kind of mess with your brain a little bit. And on beat 2, he adds in some quick little hi-hat openings with some double stroke embellishments to kind of spice things up a little bit. So that's kind of a tricky section as well. But the main structure of this groove is built around a driving, straight 8th note feel on the hi-hat. But again, like in the first groove, he brings the right hand down to play the backbeats and fills in the hi-hat with the left hand, which is just kind of a unique part of his style, right? So here's what this all looks like slow and then up to speed. There's a lot of challenges in that one too. The hi-hat openings and the quick little double stroke embellishments are tough to execute cleanly, and it's kind of tough to keep the timing right with those choppy rests on the upbeats. But it's a really interesting pattern, and it demonstrates how he can take a pretty straightforward groove structure and add little things into it to make it a little more interesting and entertaining, right? But now let's go ahead and move on to the last one here, and that is the groove to the song Jam. Now this one's a little bit easier to play than the first two grooves, but again, the little embellishments he adds in there make it deceptively difficult. So if we take a look at it here, you can see that it's a 2-bar pattern, and it starts with 2 big crashes right on beat 1, and the rest of the groove is built around a driving straight 8th note feel. He adds in some hi-hat openings on the of 2 in both measures, and those are kind of tricky to pull off. And on the very last note of the second measure, he adds in another hi-hat opening to lead back into the crashes on 1. But this groove has a really nice feel to it, and it's pretty fun to play. So here's what that looks like slow, then up to speed. Alright guys, hopefully that gives you a little more insight into some of the details of those grooves and the little things he adds in that are unique to him, but make the grooves a little more interesting and entertaining. Jonathan's had an incredible career playing with some of the biggest artists in the world, so it's really cool that Drumeo got to bring him in to perform so we can see what he does that makes him one of the greats. But hope you enjoyed this one, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.